Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the European Crossover webinar and welcome to NFP Day. You can see here with the indices, at least right here with the NASDAQ, we're still way up here in the stratosphere. We did go in and take a dip, at least a slight one, at the beginning of yesterday into the US cash morning, but we ended up coming back. And we ended up closing again, new all-time high here with the NASDAQ. You can see the same thing here in the S&Ps. So we're still up here in the stratosphere. Take a look of economic data or news. You can see here that an hour ago we did get German industrial output, came in a negative 1.1%. That was an hour ago, as I mentioned. Industrial production also, nothing coming up here. Interesting. And UK Halifax housing prices, that one actually came in at 8.1%. Interesting. I don't know this because of the time change, but it is showing we don't have French industrial production numbers or French non-farm payrolls. Could be because of this time change difference we've got here, because this is based on Central Standard Time. So right now, my time, it's 3 a.m. Yeah, for a minute, I thought I was even going kind of crazy here. But no, I'm here at the right time. This data, for whatever reason, we just haven't received anything yet. Now, that being said, it does say we get Italian market construction PMI at the bottom of the hour, and Eurozone market construction PMI also at the bottom of the hour, Italian retail sales at the top of the next hour. Of course, and then Eurozone retail sales, that'll be in a couple hours. But the big mover obviously is going to be U.S. non-farm payroll. Not so much worried about the percentage, but payroll numbers. Forecast is for 450,000. Remember this last month, it came in light, but I think this number could outperform because remember, they were surprised by how weak the number is. But from what I understood is they didn't count the education numbers like teachers coming back or something. So this number could actually be a little bit on the high side. Remember, we came in at 194, and I think they were thinking, hey, this might even come up as high. Whisper number of 700,000. I think they're looking at around 550, and it's like, whoa. But a lot of this education, I think they were saying like they undercut it like 200,000 or maybe more than that. So this may end up rolling forward, and we could end up seeing a much stronger number than this. So let's, could get surprised on that. And that's going to be it once we get past that and Canadian employment. So there's nothing beyond that. Take a look where we stand. Years at 1558. I still think we're going down to 1496, that key weekly pivot. There's numbers below that. I think there's a 1450 on a real good dipper, but 1496 is a pivot. Doesn't mean like we won't overshoot it somewhat, but that's going to be a weekly number that I think will be working as a magnet. Cable off a little bit here. Whoa, sub 35. Dalian has finally dipped right back below 114. I'll see at 73.86. Even further dip. Oh, we saw crude oil take a pretty good hit yesterday. Boy, we swing back and forth. We talked about that, and I'm trying to remember how much we talked about that, but I did go on and show that and share it in the chat room. I was looking at volume numbers on that. Here's those volume numbers I was looking for. And I was surprised to the extent that it rallied, but it did rally. And then I shared this in the chat room before we even got there. Here's this volume level. And then I had 80, remember, on the chart, I had 83.36 with, and I referenced, although I have 83.50 blister, but that's just where you move this little bar, like right in here, you move it up, it's going to adjust. But I had 83.49. I said, wow, we could maybe even make it appear. I don't think we'll be able to get there, but right there was 83.49. If you move that there, it'll move it there. And we topped out, and the 2-hour chart level was at 83.36. Hey, we just exceeded that by 6 pennies. And then we came back down here. And then actually a key volume, at least during that bar, was 83.15. We came to, I think, to 82 mid 90s or low 90s. And then we rallied back up here. And I think the high might have been 83.12 or 83.10. And 83.15 at the time was like a pivot. And then we rolled down, and the rest is history. And here's that, return back to that same key level that I talked about. I had that shared before. Remember when I said 81.50, 59, I think it was. And so we came back down there. We found some support, market held, but then we broke. And then you can see here, we returned right back to that same level after the hard break. And then we rolled back down, then, really came undone. But why the volume is so key, well, I like to use that volume with the indices and crude oil. I was going to start, as I mentioned, because the ways NASDAQ's been trading hard to, or moving to these new highs, hard to trade into that. So I was looking for alternate markets to trade along. One of them obviously is crude oil, and then I was looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has kind of played the way we thought to a certain extent, because we've fallen back, but it kind of chops around, like it sits here. So maybe gold is a better play, although you have to sit in for a little bit longer, but still pretty good here. A moment. So let's go on and move into, bear with me, move into the analysis. I shared those crude oil numbers, and I don't think anybody in the room even traded it. And holy smokes, I mean, that high for crude oil was something else. I didn't even realize that I'd switched this over to the to this instead of the NASDAQ. I hadn't even paid attention to it. I did at the time, but I didn't even realize I had even put this on here. Is this thing updating on the? Hang on a moment. I'm trying to see here. Wow, it's not even updated here. Look at this. I'm gonna have to switch this off. Doggone it. Let's see here. Hold on. Did it cut off or what? Let's see. Where's NASDAQ? NQ is 16,331. Huh. I think it's not even updated or something. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Hmm. Let's see if I can. Wonder what the heck happened there. Hold on. Hold on. And bear with me. I had to reload it. Not sure what happened. Hmm. There we go. There. And trying to get the other one going, right? Not sure what happened there. Well, okie dokie. So let's go on and get the analysis going. So let's go and move into the euro. So I don't see any changes with the euro. I'm still looking for 14.96 here. And on the upside, it would be 16.24 if we do some stops. Obviously, if it goes the other way around, they're going to push a little bit the key level here. We can get rid of 15.93. Would be 16.24 on the upside. And you'd have this body here, but I'm not worried about that. It would press up against here. So 16.24, 16.90, 14.96, no changes. Moved into cable. Man, we are still pressing. Look at this sucker. So if we do drop back, we've already come off quite a bit. Look at that. we would really be coming under, I don't think we drop all the way down there after what we've fallen. It's still under some pretty good pressure. Take a look at the weekly. Hmm. Let's just go with this 1 wick here, 34.27. And obviously on the upside, that's going to be curved. Let's go to the 2-hour chart. Right there. 35.32 on the 2-hour chart. 35.32. Move on to the Aussie dollar. And pretty good slide here in the Aussie dollar. I like the volume in here. You see here, right there, and that little pivot here. Go there. That comes in at 73.68. We've already come off quite a bit. This would be huge down here, 73.48. We've already come off quite a bit. Let's just go with right there, 73.65. On the upside, I think that's 74.50B. Maybe we could try and make a stab. I don't think we'd make it all the way up there. Let's just go with 74.27. And moving on to the dollar yen. Looks like we want to come back down here. So 13.24. And on the upside, let's just go with the body right there, 14.02. Of course, you get a lot of volatility in NFP days, so you get some outsized moves. We've made it all the way finally up here to 94.36. Finally got up there. And then here's that key level here. If we go right there, it's 94.54. So let's go with 94.54. Downside is still like 93.83. Let's go to Bitcoin. We've been talking about this on the weekly. So there it is. We have to close above 63.215 to invalidate this bearish setup. Um, but you see how it's all over the place here? That's what I'm saying. I've looked at it as a potential. I mean, I've seen it here, and I'd say, you know what, that's not bad. You see, eventually it goes down. So we were looking for a down move, but it's just kind of like all over the place. Unless you're looking for an extended move, it's it's all herky jerky. I don't think it's very good market to trade as far as unless you're going to hold it for a long time, but not a day trading type market, or at least it hasn't been a good day trading market in a while. At least I don't think so. So go back to the 2 hour. You can see here, you're stuck in it, and it just kind of like overshoots and comes back down. Then it finally goes where it wants, and it's all over the place as far as I'm concerned. Support right now is 61,504. 61,504. Doesn't mean we can't still break low, but that'll be the immediate support. And the upside, for right now, I'm going to stick with this, whether it takes it out or not. 62,580. I say stick with it being this level. And move on to the ES. Well, no changes here. 47.10 and if you look at this, 47.10 is also the 161%. So I like 47.10. No changes there. Downside 46.25. I'm not going to deviate from that. Now onto the NASDAQ. And in the NASDAQ, I've got 16,523, not deviating from that either. That's 161%. And on the support, I'm just going with big numbers, folks. That's it. I'm sticking with 15 on 53. It's a ways down. Well, I guess we can, because this is still too close for me. So I guess let's just go with that 16,157. And I think I've got, well, I'm going with the continuous chart. And you can see here at NASDAQ. And 16,542 is 161%. So no changes on that. On the upside, actually 16,542. Okay. And take a look here with gold. This has been pretty spot on overall, though, with the numbers. That was a 1760. We're back up here at 18. We'll just go with 1812 as it's trying to press that. Once again with NFP, you get these overshoots. 1812 is key. Go to the 2 hour. And it's going to go right there. 1784. If gold were to try and break out, then once you get past 1812, you could open the door to challenge those highs at 1836. Crude oil, a lot of people yak about crude oil. I don't really see anybody trade it in the room. I really don't. I mean, those numbers I called, I can't believe people didn't step in and take some positions. So let's keep it simple. 8062. And just keeping it simple. I don't think anybody's even really trading it. A lot of people talking about it, but they're not trading it. Just a lot of flapping of the gums. Hang on. And 78.92. There we go. There's the bias chart. I'll get that posted in the room, and we'll see you in time for NFP, and good luck. Thank you for joining us here on the European Crossover webinar.